Today I am going to read to you the story of Dick Whittington. It is on a young boy named Dick Whittington who goes in search of work to London and then becomes rich and famous. It is based on the life of Richard Whittington, a wealthy merchant and a politician in England during the 1300s. Now let's get to the story. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Dick Whittington. He didn't have any parents and he didn't have any money. One day, Dick said, I am going to London to look for work. London was a long way away and Dick walked for days and days. When he got there, it was not at all like his home. In London, there were lots of big houses and lots of shops. There must be work for me here, Dick said. So he asked for work in all the big houses and in all the shops. But there was nothing for him. Dick had nowhere to go. He was so tired that he fell asleep on the doorstep of a big house. A cook came out of the door and said, You can't sleep here. Go away at once. Just then, the man who lived in the house came home. He was called Mr. Fitzwarren and he was very rich. This boy has nowhere to go, he said to the cook. He can work in the kitchen. So Dick worked hard in the kitchen every day. Mr. Fitzwarren was very pleased and gave him some money. At night, Dick slept in a room at the top of the house. The room was just big enough for his bed and his trunk. But every night, as Dick tried to sleep, rats and mice jumped about on his bed. A cat would catch all these rats and mice, said Dick. I must go and buy a cat. The next day, Dick saw a woman who had a beautiful cat to sell. Can this cat catch rat and mice? Asked Dick. This cat is the best rat and mouse catcher in London, said the woman. Then I would like to buy her, said Dick. Dick gave the woman his money and took the cat home. When he went to bed that night, the cat chased the rats and mice away. At last, Dick had a good night's sleep. Mr. Fitzwarren had a beautiful daughter called Alice. Alice wanted to help Dick. My father has lots of ships, he said. He sells goods to rich people in countries far away. Give him something to sell, then you can be rich. What can I sell? Said Dick. All I have is my cat. Then my father will take your cat and sell it, said Alice. Dick did not want to sell his cat, but he wanted to please Alice too. Dick gave his cat to Mr. Fitzwarren. This cat is the best rat and mouse catcher in London, said Dick. Will you sell her for me? Yes, I will sell your cat for you, Dick, said Mr. Fitzwarren. Dick missed his cat. Every night the rats and mice came back and jumped about Dick's bed. This made Dick very unhappy. I don't like London, said Dick. I'm going back home. So the next day, Dick set out for home. Just as he was leaving London, he heard the church bells. Turn again, Whittington, Lord Mayor of London. Turn again, Whittington. 3 times, Lord Mayor of London. The bells are calling me back to London, said Dick. So Dick turned and went back to Mr. Fitzwarren's house. When he got there, everyone was sleeping. No one had seen him leave. Mr. Fitzwarren's ship was sailing to a country far away. The king and queen of that country wanted to buy some goods. So, as he was leaving on the ship to go and see them, Mr. Fitzwarren took Dick's cat with him. The king and queen had a beautiful palace, but there were mice and rats running all over it. Fitzwarren said, I have a cat that can help you. Dick's cat chased all the rats and mice away from the palace forever. The king and queen wanted to buy Dick's cat, but the cat wanted to go home. The king and the queen said, this beautiful cat has helped us. Take her home and give this money to her master. So Mr. Fitzwarren took the cat back to London. When Mr. Fitzwarren came home, he gave the money and the cat to Dick. Dick was pleased to have the money, and he was even more pleased to see his cat again. The money made him rich, and not long after, he married Alice. Dick, Alice, and the cat lived happily ever after, and the people of London made Dick their Lord Mayor 3 times, just as the bells had said. Thank you.